Hello, everyone. My name is Matt Morris. I am the lead level designer on StarCraft 2, and today I'm going to talk about the Heart of the Swarm campaign and missions. Now, hopefully you all played the Wings of Liberty campaign. From a design approach, that game was about one man and a group of rebels trying to earn cash so that they could start a revolution. And when we started designing the missions, we designed those missions to be very strategic. We wanted to give you a sense that Raynor was way over his head, but still has a chance to, or basically pulls off a miracle. Kind of like when he liberated the Odin or snatched the artifact from the Protoss while the whole planet was being engulfed in flames. And so when we started talking about the Heart of the Swarm and the Zerg campaign, we knew that this game was much different. This game is about Kerrigan and the Zerg. And if you remember in Wings, when the Zerg showed up on a planet, it was terrifying. It was incredibly scary. And usually what happened is you tried to get off that planet because you know what was going to happen if you stayed there. And so when we started designing the missions, we wanted to capture that feeling. We wanted you to invade worlds. We wanted you to prevent people from escaping. And we wanted you to kill everyone on the planet because that's exactly what the Zerg do. Which brings me to one of the missions here that you could play at BlizzCon, War for the Brood. This is the type of mission you can expect from the campaign. This is about Kerrigan getting back the brood on Char. And she will race against Zagara, the brood mother that Brian had talked about, to collect unhatched eggs. And once Kerrigan has collected enough of these unhatched eggs, she will hatch a massive baneling army that she will then use to crush Zagara, thus gaining back the brood. Now, another mission we have here at BlizzCon, Silence Their Cries. This is another type of mission you can expect from the Zerg campaign. Kerrigan's going to come looking for one of her lost broods, and when she comes to this planet, she quickly learns about a flash freeze. And when this flash freeze hits, it immobilizes everything on the planet, except the indigenous creatures. So the Zerg begin killing these indigenous creatures, consuming their essence. And when they've gained enough of this essence, they will adapt, and they will evolve to overcome this flash freeze. So the next time it hits, they are no longer affected, which is really a core aspect about the Zerg, their ability to adapt and evolve to overcome all challenges. Now, we talked about already how you will evolve your units in this game. We have told you that when you complete missions, that you'll collect mutagen points, and that you will use those mutagen points here in the evolution pit to spend on mutations. Now, we got a lot of feedback on that, and we've done a lot of play testing ourselves. And we agree that this system feels too similar to the Armory in Wings of Liberty. It's not Zergy. The Zerg aren't here to collect points and spend points. They're here to evolve. And so what we're doing now is we're actually unlocking the mutations as you play the game. So each unit that you come across in the evolution pit has 3 mutations. So there will be 3 unlocks for each unit in this game. And each mutation that you choose will impact the power of that unit, so that the next time you play with that unit in the next mission, you'll see that power. And this was starting to feel really good for us, except for we realized that once you got to the 3rd unlock, it kind of wasn't as epic as it could be. We were looking for something really cool. You're evolving the Zerg towards something. And so we came up with genetic splits. A genetic split is a choice to genetically change your unit into an entirely new Zerg unit. And so what you see before you is the Zergling split. You could choose to split your Zergling on the 3rd unlock into a Raptor or a Swarmling. If you choose a Raptor, your Zergling will grow these little wings, which allows them to jump up and down cliffs. It'll allow them to leap into combat, closing the distance on the enemy. Let me show you what that looks like in the game. And so these are normal Zerglings right now getting owned by bunkers and tanks. But you chose Raptors, so you can now come at the Terran defense from a new direction. And so you can see these Raptors just tearing apart this Terran defense. They'll leap on those trees.
Oh, shit.
And quickly just end this Terran base. They have no chance. Now, if you were to choose the Swarmling split, instead of your Zerglings morphing in 15 seconds, it'll be 1 second. And instead of having 2 Zerglings, you're going to get 3. And so you could quickly mass a really large army real quickly. Let me show you what that looks like. So here's a normal Terran attack coming against the base, and you got some Zerglings trying to defend it. you'd be in trouble at this point. You don't have any more units to guard your base. But you have swarmlings. So each of these larvae is going to produce 3 zerglings, and they're going to make a really large force quick. And you'll fend off this attack and actually have a large force to push against the enemy now. And so this really started scratching that itch for us. This is what you're doing in the game. You're evolving your units to an epic choice here. You're getting to choose an entirely new Zerg unit. Now, I left out one piece of information. This is the reward. This is the reward at the 3rd unlock. But once you get to the 3rd unlock, there's actually an evolutionary mission. And you'll launch a mission designed specifically for both these units. So you'll have a mission with the Raptors and Swarmlings. And once you complete that mission, you will then make that choice. Now, the last thing I'm talking about on the Heart of the Swarm today is destruction of worlds. Up at this point, I've been talking about how you could evolve the Zerg, each unit individually. But this is a way to evolve the Swarm, destruction of worlds. As you play this game, you'll get contacted by old broodmothers, and they'll want to come back to the Swarm. And so you'll start getting stronger and stronger. And at some point, Isha will say, you know what, I've identified 4 worlds to destroy. And the reason why the Zerg destroy worlds is because every world has a benefit to the Zerg. One world might increase the mineral harvesting of your drones, or another world might increase the gas harvesting of your drones, or increase the larva regeneration rate of the hatcheries, or the supply of your overlords. But it's up to you which world you want to destroy. And so this is what the Heart of the Swarm is all about. This is a game about evolving. This is evolving your units. This is about evolving the Swarm and taking over the galaxy. Thank you.
Good job, boys.